Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Joy Effie. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this beautiful beaded handbag. It's beautiful, it's trending, is in vogue. If you want to learn how to make this beautiful handbag, stay glued to this channel and watch this video to the end. Thank you. This is how a part of the bag looks like. This is one part of the bag. I made half of the bag to make the other half separately and then put them together. It's easier that way. So this is half of the bag. The bag is measured 11 by 11, so we are working with 11 beads, 11 steps by 11 steps. Then the sides is 5, so I separated it. This is 11 by 11. The side I made 2, and then I'm going to be making another 11 by 11, and the side will be 2. Then the joining makes it 5. So as we go ahead, you are going to understand how I made. So this is my first time making this bag, and I felt like we should do it together. So that's why I filmed this process, and I hope you learn one or two from this design. So you start by getting your fishing line. I used a size 70 fishing line. You can work with 70 or 60, it depends on what you have available, but I just decided to work with 70 because it's going to give me the results I want. So the first thing you are going to do the regular mat knitting. It's called mat knitting. I don't know what they call it in your area. To knit a mat, you are going to put 4 beads into your fishing line. I made use of 2 sizes of bead, which is like the big and small. So whether you are using a big and small beads or you are using same size bead, you need to insert 4 beads into your fishing line, and then you are going to be crossing your rope with the last bead on your line. I'm sorry I couldn't capture this place clearly because I didn't know my camera was not positioned well, but then again, as we go further, you're going to understand it. So this is me crossing 4 beads in a fishing line. It's going to give you these 4 beads like in a cross shape. It's called a cross shape bead. So this is what you're going to be getting. After getting your fishing line, you fold it into 2, insert 4 beads into one part. You are going to be having 2 parts, 2 edges of the fishing line. One is on your left hand side and one on the right hand side. So you can use either part for now. So insert 4 beads either on your left or on your right. After inserting, just hold the last, allow 3 of the beads to fall into your rope, hold the last one and use the empty rope on your other hand to just cross it. You are crossing like a times sign, like an ox sign. So when they say cross, they mean you should create something like an ox. So that is how to cross. So you are going to repeat this process again. After creating the first one, which is inserting 4 beads and crossing with the last one, the next step is you inserting 1 bead each on both ropes. On your left hand, insert 1 bead into your rope. On your right hand, insert another bead into your rope, and then pick a new bead, insert it into either of any of the rope and cross with it. So you are going to repeat this step 10 times because we need to work with 11 steps, which is like we need 11 layers of crosses. So you are going to do this process 10 times, and then the 11th one we are going to be turning with it. So I'm going to repeat it again. Insert 4 bead first, get your rope, fold it into 2. You are going to have one edge on your left hand and the other edge on your right hand. Insert 4 beads into any of the edges. Let's say you insert 4 beads into your left hand. The last bead you inserted, use it to cross the single bead on your right hand side to create a cross, and then you are going to get a cross sign as a result. After that first step, your second step, you are going to insert 1 bead on your left hand, insert another bead on your right hand, then insert a new bead either in your left or in your right hand and cross with that particular bead. That is the process you are going to repeat 9 times to make it 10. So let's just go with it. Once you've made 10 steps of this cross, let me call it cross so it's easier for us to understand what I'm talking about. So once you've gotten these 10 crosses or 10 layers of bead, don't forget I told you we are working with 11. To make the 11th one, you are going to string 2 beads into one of your rope. You know, the way we were doing it before, we were putting one, then cross with one. But now you are going to be putting 2 beads into, sorry, 3 beads into your fishing line, and then you drag. This helps you to cross, to turn. That 3 beads you were putting, one on your left, one on your right, and then you turn. You are going to put everything into one of the fishing line and then cross with an empty fishing line, thereby helping you to turn. So the hand you insert your beads determines where the position your bead is going to be facing at the end of the day. So if you put your beads on your left hand side and cross with your right hand rope, your beads automatically turns to the right. And then if you put your beads on your right hand and cross with an empty left hand rope, your bead automatically turns to the left. So after turning, the next thing you want to do, you will be having one rope on the edge of your bead and the other rope comes into your bead. So that rope that faces the edge of the bead, please, you are going to be inserting 3 beads again, and then you will cross. 3 beads again, and then you will cross. I'm apologizing again, I didn't know I didn't capture this part, but when you go through my video you are going to get this very clearly. Okay, the beauty about bead making is that bead making is a repetition of the same thing, but thereby connecting them together. Everything you are going to be doing in your bag, it's a repetition of what you have done before, but the difference is that this time around you'll be connecting them together. So after you have turned, there is a bead on the edge of your work that you have done before. So at every stage you need to connect your rope just the way I'm doing it now. You are going to connect your rope to the one at the edge. If you can see, I'm inserting my rope right now into the bead at the edge. After connecting the rope to the bead at the edge, on the other hand, you are going to insert 2 beads and cross. This bead you just inserted right now is going to serve as the bead you were supposed to put in that rope. So because you have connected through a bead, there is no need putting a bead into that rope again. So that connection is the beads. So the connection now serves for both layer 1 that you've already made and layer 2 that you are working on right now. So you are going to connect with one rope, and then you'll be putting beads on the other rope, then cross. That's what you will do. Please, as I say, I think I'm explaining in the easiest form that I can, but probably as time goes on, if I'm making more videos of beaded bags, I'm going to simplify it. If this is your first time, don't forget to click on the subscription button, put on your notification bell. This season it's beaded bag that is trending everywhere, and I intend to make a lot of beaded bags, so you'll be getting a lot of tutorials for beaded bag, different shapes, different designs. I'm going to be dropping every bag I'll be making on this page, so please stay put to this channel. And before you watch 3 to 5 videos of beaded bag, I'm sure you are going to be a master of beaded bag from start to finish, even as a beginner or as someone that I've already learned how to make beaded bag before, or that I have learned how to make beads before. So this is going to be very easy. So just watch this video carefully, pay attention to it. You are going to learn 1 or 2 from it, as I said earlier, and then let's just continue. So you are going to connect as usual with the beads that is close to the previous line you have made. Connect to the next bead to you, then on the other rope insert 2 bead and cross. Then go to the next bead, connect it, enter the next bead, on the other rope put 2 bead and cross. As I said earlier, bead making is a repetition of the same thing. You just have to keep repeating and connecting. You repeat, you connect, you repeat, you connect till you get to the end. Then when you get to the end again, you cross just the way you turned in your first layer. You are going to turn. Bead making has 1 pattern of turning. I think I'm going to do a very short video on how to turn in bead making. I'm going to do a video on how to turn. Turning is very easy. There's no different way of turning in bead making. The way you turn in making bags, that's the way you turn in making necklace as well. Turning is turning in bead making. So in case you don't get it clearly, you can drop your question. I'm going to take my time to answer. If there's a tutorial you want me to drop for you, if there's a video of a bag you want to learn and you want me to do video of it, please do well to comment in this comment section. Okay, this is the end of the second layer. So we've knitted 10 again, and now we want to knit the 11, but this 11 we are going to use it to turn as usual. So what you're going to do is you are going to connect the rope that is inside. You connect it to the last bead, as I said earlier, and then now you are going to insert 2 beads into the same rope you used to connect. Why? Because you are turning. So you are not going to be inserting on the other one. You are going to be inserting on the same rope you used to connect now, just so you can turn. After crossing, your rope automatically turns to the other side. That's what you are doing. So just watch the way I did it. So after connecting, I inserted my rope, and then I just turn. It automatically turns you. So after turning, this same rope that is outside, you are going to insert 3 beads. Insert 3 beads, and then use the other empty rope to cross. If you notice, you will see that it's the rope that is outside that I inserted the beads, not the rope that is facing inside. Please take note of this step. This step is very, very important. Very, very important. And then after doing this, it automatically turns you to continue your third layer. So there is always a 2 turning before you can start a new layer. So now you connect again. What you're going to do, you connect your bead again, connect your rope to the next bead, and then on the outer rope insert 2 beads as usual and cross. When you cross, you insert your rope again. The inserting of rope into the next bead is you connecting the beads together. After inserting your rope with inserting your bead with one of the rope, on the other bead you are going to insert your 2 bead and then just turn. You are going to repeat this process till you get to the 11 layer. I told you we are making 11 steps, so it's an 11 by 11 layer bag. So you are going to repeat this process till you get to your 11. Out of this 11, I actually took out 2 for my base, because your bag needs to have a base. So just the way I took 2 from the sides to create my side, I went all the way around and created my base as well. So this is me. I've completed the whole knitting of the 11 by 11, and then I've done one side of the sides. You know, a bag always has 2 sides. So I've knitted one part before that I showed you as my sample, and then I'm knitting the other one. So I'm going to show you guys how I made my side. Initially, I built this bag before complete, and then I tried creating my side after making the bag, but it was practically impossible for me to do. So now I'm going to I decided to build my side while my bag is still very short before I join them together. It's way easier like that. So now you are going to cut a rope, a new rope. And now please just watch carefully. I think this video is very clear, but I feel like I should do a voiceover on it too. You are working with the part with the tiny beads, not the part with the bold bead. But then if you used one size of bead, you can actually work with any part because it's 11 by 11. So I'm inserting my rope into 2 beads on the second and the third beads from where I want to be working from. So just keep the first bead, insert your rope in the second and the third bead. Second and third bead, please note that you are working with your second and third bead. So that is where that is me, like I'm marking the base of my bag. That is where I'm taking as the base of my bag. So from the rope that is on the shorter part of this bead that is coming out, if you notice, there's a rope that came out and there's a rope that took the larger part of the bead. So from the rope that took the shorter part of the bead, you are going to be inserting 2 beads, and then you'll use your rope to cross. As I said earlier, if you decide to make a bag like this, please come back to this video and just watch it again. I'm using like I'm explaining in the easiest way that I can now, but over time I think I will do better in my explanation. So this is what I got. I got 3 tiny beads under and 1 big bead on top. So if you are working with one size bead, you are going to be having 4 beads, like 4 equal beads. So as usual, we are going to connect again. So after connecting, the same connecting thing that I told you before, I told you that bag making is connecting, or bead making is connecting of beads over and over again. Just keep connecting your rope and keep doing what you know how to do, and then you are going to bring out something beautiful at the end of the day. So after connecting my rope, I inserted 2 beads again and I cross. You are going to be repeating this step over and over again all through the top to the top. When you get to the top, you are going to turn again and then come back down, just the way we did while building the body of the bag. So now connect. After connecting with the other rope, pick 2 beads, insert 2 beads, and then use that rope you used to connect initially to cross the last bead on your rope. Yes. This is how you cross. You cross to create an ox sign. So this is how it is. You just keep building this until you get to the end. So when you get to the last bead, as usual, after connecting the same rope you used to connect, you are going to insert 2 beads and cross. It automatically turns you to the direction you are supposed to go. Insert 2 beads and cross on the same rope you used to connect, not the other rope anymore. Insert 2 beads and connect. Insert 2 beads and connect. 2 beads, 2 beads and connect. So this is what you get. So after turning on the same rope that is outside, you are going to insert 3 beads now and turn. You insert 3 beads and cross. When you cross, it automatically turns you back to the direction you are going to be going back to. Making of bead is actually fun if you understand what you are doing. It's easy. It's easier to do than to explain. So probably when you are with your bead and your fishing line, it will be easier for you to just do what I do. So it automatically turns you back. Shall you see? So after turning, immediately you just connect to the next bead close to you. You connect. Yes. After connecting, you insert your 2 beads on the other rope and then you cross. The same thing you did before. So you are going to be doing this all the way down. When you get to this part where the 3 tiny beads are, you are going to be connecting your rope to 2 beads. Those 2 beads I'm touching, you are going to connect your rope. You are going to go into the 2 beads. Pass your fishing line into the 2 beads. Yes, pass it. Enter the first bead and enter the second bead. So you are entering 2 beads now. This is to give you that curve you need for your base. And now you are going to be crossing with with 1 bead. I actually use the smaller bead to cross, but in case you are not using 2 sizes, just cross with 1 bead. It automatically gives you that curve that you need. Yes, this is what you get at the end of the day. So after getting this shape, all you need to do is that cross sign you are seeing, or that 4 beads that you are seeing at the extreme end, just pass your fishing line round so that both fishing line can meet each other. You are going to go around this. You do this when you want to tie and cut. If you are trying to end a particular work in your beading work, and then you have to tie and cut off the rope, this is what you do. You go around. You don't just choke. No, you go around and neatly meet the other rope so you can tie. After tying, you can just cut and burn off the rope, or just cut it out neatly and leave it that way. So, and when you are tying, fishing line is very slippery, so you have to hold it firmly and drag it tight. Yes, and this is our side. Our side is ready. So yes, this is the sides of our bag. So after creating the side, it automatically gives you your base. it automatically gives you your base. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to connect these two together to form our bag. This is how it's going to look like at the end of the day. We are going to connect the two bags together to become one. So now what we are going to do, we are going to get a new fishing line, and then we are going to go ahead to connect these bags together. Cut out a reasonable length of a fishing line, something that you know will be enough for you, or something that you can actually work with. If it's too long, most times it's inconveniencing, but just go for something you can work with. So I'm going to be inserting my rope into the small bits. If you see, check the edges of my work, you will see that I have tiny bits all around. If you are working with one size, you will just see bits and one bit all around on the edge. So I'm going to be inserting my rope and then put in one bead into the rope and then insert the rope in the other part. So left and right, you know our beads, we are working with both hands, left and right. So in between the left and right, there's one bead just to cover for that edge. This is what I mean. So I inserted a rope, then a bead, then on the left I inserted it into a bead, on the right I inserted into a bead, and now I inserted one bead again and cross. So this is how to connect. On those beads on the edges of your work, you are going to insert your left fishing line into the left bead on your edge, and then the right fishing line into the right bead on your edge, and then you are going to get a new bead and then just crossed. That is how to connect. You are going to repeat this process till you get to the end. So there is a bit of manipulation that I did towards the base of my bag, and the reason why I did it is because I had two sizes. I have tiny sizes here, so I'm connecting with my big beads because I'm crossing with my big beads because I'm connecting with my small bead, just so it's going to blend with the bag. And then under I have my big beads, so I had to connect with smaller beads so it can blend with my bag as well. But if you are working with one size bead, you won't have any issue because you will just be going all the way down with just one size of bead. So I think it's a bit complex when working with different sizes of bead, but all you need to do, as I said earlier, connect your beads on both sides with the fishing line facing both sides and then cross with one bead. You are going to do this all the way down until you get to the end. So our bag is ready. This is the body of our bag. All you need do now is to create the handle, and if you want to put a flap, a cover, you can just create a cover as well. Anything you want to do, you can just continue from here. But this is how our bag looks like right now. This is the body of our bag. So on our next video, we are going to be building the handle for this bag. So please stay glued to this channel. Thank you for watching.